English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, an English podcast for easy conversation practice in your daily life. We're really happy you're here with us. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. Thanks for spending this time with us. If you're making breakfast, getting ready for work, or still hiding under your blanket, you are in the right place.
And if you are still under the blanket, it's okay. We won't tell anyone.
That's true. You can learn English even under the blanket.
Yes, blanket English is also English. Okay, Jake, before we start, how are you today? How's your morning so far?
My morning was okay. I woke up a little late, made some quick coffee, and told myself, today I will be more organized. We'll see.
So a quick coffee and a small promise to yourself. I think many listeners know that feeling very well.
Yeah, I guess so. Mornings can be a mix of sleepy, busy, and hopeful at the same time.
My morning was a bit similar. I woke up, checked my phone for just 1 minute, and suddenly 10 minutes disappeared.
The famous just 1 minute. That minute is very dangerous.
Very dangerous, yes. And that's actually why today's topic is so important.
Right, because our topic today is morning routine to improve your English. We want to talk about real mornings, not perfect Instagram mornings, and how you can use that time to grow your English.
Yes, for many learners, morning is just alarm, phone, rush, work. And then you say, I have no time for English. We want to show you a different way, a small, calm routine that fits inside real life.
And before we walk into that routine, we want to share something important about how this podcast will work from now on.
Yes, a little new strategy for every English Leap episode, not only for this topic, but for all our daily life and self-improvement topics.
We'll always speak in B1 level English. Slow, clear, simple, so you can feel relaxed and safe while you listen.
But at the same time, we'll gently add a few B2 words, phrases, and idioms in each episode, so you can slowly touch a higher level.
And when we use a stronger word, we'll pause, explain it in easy English, and use it in a real sentence so you don't feel lost.
So you feel safe because the language is simple, but you also feel like you are gently stretching your English, not too fast, not too slow.
That's right, like a light stretch before exercise. You enjoy the topic and quietly, in the background, your level starts to move from B1 towards B2.
But Jake, be honest. Does this kind of approach really work? Just listening to simple talk with a few stronger words?
I think it does. Not like magic in one day, but like a slow, steady change.
Slow and steady. Because it's easy to keep doing it, right?
Yes, that's true. It's small and realistic. You don't change your whole life. You just listen to one calm episode and maybe add a tiny practice again and again. That daily rhythm is what slowly pushes you closer to B2.
And what about vocabulary? How does it help with new words and phrases?
You don't just see a list. You hear new words inside real situations, like our morning topic today. So your brain remembers the word with a picture and a feeling, not only a translation.
So it's like your brain says, this phrase belongs to this moment in life, and that makes it easier to use later.
That's it. And when you then make your own sense with that new word, your English brain gets a little workout. Not heavy, just a gentle exercise that makes you stronger over time. So we have a small challenge for you in every episode now, including this one.
Yeah. While you listen today, try to notice one new word, phrase, or idiom that you like.
It could be a single word that feels a bit new, or a phrase you don't normally use, but you understand from the context.
At the end of the episode, ask yourself, what new word or phrase did I really learn from today's episode?
Yeah, that's a great question to ask yourself.
Then be bold enough to make one simple sentence with that word or phrase. Say it out loud or write it in your notebook.
And if you feel brave, you can write your sentence in the comments.
When you do that, your English brain gets a real workout, like a tiny gym session for your vocabulary and confidence.
And we love reading your sentences. We really do. We see your progress, and other learners can learn from your examples too. And if you enjoy this calm way of learning, daily life topics, a few stronger phrases, and a small challenge, don't forget to like this episode, subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend who is also learning.
Your support helps our little podcast grow and helps more learners enjoy English in a relaxed way.
Okay. Now that you know our style and our little B1 to B2 plan, let's come back to today's topic. Morning routine to improve your English. We'll look at a normal morning, alarm, phone, coffee, rush, and see where we can quietly add English without adding stress.
So take a breath, get comfortable, maybe hold your tea or coffee, and come with us into your morning. So let's start with a simple question. Why are we talking so much about morning? Why not evening or lunchtime?
For me, the morning is like a blank page in a notebook. Nothing is written yet. Your mind is fresh, the world is still a little quiet, and your phone hasn't started screaming with notifications.
Yeah, it's like the city is still stretching and waking up. Fewer messages, fewer people asking for your attention. You finally have a moment where nobody is really disturbing you.
And the way you use that blank page can really set the tone for your day.
When we say set the tone for your day, we mean those first minutes decide the feeling of your day, like choosing the first song in a playlist. If you start with stress, the whole playlist feels stressed.
But if you start with something calm and meaningful, like a tiny English routine, the day feels different. And if you do this again and again, it doesn't only help your English, it can quietly change your life too.
Jake, do you know any story where a morning routine really changed someone's English?
Yeah, I do. I think of Sarah, a listener who wrote to us. She works in customer support for an online company. She finishes late, and by the time she gets home, she's exhausted.
So her evenings are full. Tired body, family, maybe some social media. No real space for English.
Exactly. She told us that every night she promised, "I'll study later," and later never came. She felt guilty and, honestly, a bit overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed like when your brain has too many browser tabs open, right? Work tab, family tab, messages tab, and then you try to open an English tab and the whole computer crashes.
Yeah, like that. One day she said, "Okay, my evenings are chaos, so I'll give my mornings to English instead."
Interesting. So what did she actually do?
She didn't start with some big plan. She just set her alarm 15 minutes earlier. On the train to work, she put on her headphones and listened to a short English podcast instead of scrolling.
Same train, same time, just a different choice.
Yeah. After a week, she added one more thing. When she got off the train and had a few minutes before work, she opened her Notes app and wrote 3 simple sentences about her day in English.
So the commute, the train, became her little English classroom.
Exactly. No fancy desk, no perfect notebook, just a seat by the window, some headphones, and a small promise to herself.
And she was being more intentional with her morning.
When we say intentional, we mean she wasn't just moving on autopilot, she was doing things on purpose. She chose English instead of endless scrolling.
Did she feel any change?
Not in one day, but little by little, she noticed she could answer customers more smoothly in English. She didn't panic when someone spoke fast.
Little by little is like building a wall with many small bricks. You don't see a big change every day, but after some time, you look back and think, wow, I built something.
That's how it was for her. Small steps add up when you repeat them every morning.
Small steps add up means many small actions, when you put them together over weeks and months, become something big.
You don't need the same job or the same train as Sarah, but you can take the idea. Choose one part of your morning and call it your English time.
Let's talk about why this routine matters so much. Morning is not just about time. It's about the version of you that wakes up.
If you wake up, grab your phone, and stay in bed scrolling, that feeling, lazy, distracted, often follows you into your school, your work, and even your dreams.
It's like starting the day with junk food. You can still survive the day, but you don't feel great.
But when you wake up and do one small thing with discipline and purpose, like 5 minutes of English, that energy also travels with you.
It's like putting a small but strong battery in your day. It's not huge, but it keeps you going.
That's why mornings are powerful. They're a quiet chance to decide, who am I going to be today? The lazy version or the version that moves a little closer to my future?
Okay, so if someone is listening and thinking, I like this idea, but what do I actually do? We can keep it very simple.
Yeah, think of a morning routine like a small breakfast for your English. It can have 4 parts: listen, speak, write, review. We don't need a big plate, just a few bites.
I like that, a small breakfast for your English. So what's the first bite?
Step 1, or the first bite, is simple. Listen in English.
We know the natural habit: alarm, unlock phone, open social media, and suddenly 15 minutes are gone.
Instead, imagine this. You put your phone on the table, make your tea, and press play on a calm English podcast. Same phone, different button.
In the morning, your brain is like a clean sponge. It hasn't touched the dirty water of stress yet. Whatever you put first into that sponge, it will soak in deeply.
So if the first thing is English, a story, a conversation, even something motivational, your brain can hold it better than at the end of a long day.
And it doesn't have to be a big study session. You can listen while you brush your teeth or prepare breakfast. That's what we mean when we say it's realistic. It fits inside real life.
Exactly. Realistic means you don't need a quiet library and 2 hours. You use the life you already have.
And when your ears are awake, it's time to wake up your mouth too. Step 2, speak out loud.
Many learners tell us, I can read, I can understand, but when I have to speak, my brain stops.
It's like you watch people exercise every day, but never move your own body. Of course your muscles feel stiff when you finally try.
Morning can be your small gym for your mouth. After listening, repeat a few sentences or talk to yourself for 2 minutes.
You can quietly say, okay, how do I feel today? What do I need to do? What is one thing I'm grateful for?
When you speak like that, you're not just learning words, you're building confidence. Your tongue and lips start to remember English like they remember your favorite song.
And the nice thing is, in the morning, nobody is watching. Nobody is judging. It's just you, your voice, maybe your mirror, and your toothbrush.
Yeah, it's a safe space to use your voice, even if you make mistakes.
And after your voice, we can wake up your thoughts, too. Step 3, write in English.
I like to think of writing as cleaning your mental desk. All your thoughts are like papers everywhere. When you write, you put some of them in order.
In the morning, you can write a small paragraph, just 3 or 4 sentences about your plans, your dreams, or how you feel.
And you don't have to worry about perfect grammar. The goal here is to think in English, not to impress your teacher.
This kind of writing is very mindful. You are not just running through the day. You are stopping and asking, what is inside me right now?
When we say mindful, we mean you are awake inside. You notice your thoughts instead of letting them
push you around.
And often, after you write, you feel a bit more refreshed, like you opened a window in a crowded room.
Refreshed is that feeling when your brain says, I can breathe again.
And to keep your English fresh and alive, you have to water it a little. Step 4, review what you learned.
Learning without review is like buying new plants every day and never watering the old ones. The new plants look exciting, but they die quickly.
So in the morning, you can take 5-10 minutes to look again at yesterday's words or a short phrase you liked.
That's how you become consistent. Not by learning 50 new words one day and then doing nothing for a week, but by touching English a little every morning.
Consistent means you build a rhythm, like brushing your teeth. You don't do it for 1 hour on Sunday. You do it for 2 minutes every day.
And with that rhythm, English doesn't feel so overwhelming. It becomes a normal, quiet part of your life.
Now, maybe a voice in your head is saying, "This sounds great, but I don't have time in the morning."
And we really understand. Many of you have children, long commutes, night shifts. Life is busy.
But sometimes I don't have time really means my time is already full of small habits I never chose on purpose.
Maybe you can't wake up 1 hour earlier. That might not be realistic right now. But maybe you can change 15 minutes.
Maybe you keep the same coffee, but you change what you listen to. You keep the same train, but you change what you do on that train.
When something is important, we usually make time for it. We do it for other things, like series, games, or scrolling. We can do it for our future, too.
And your English is part of that future. It's not just a school subject. It's a door you are slowly building.
There is also this idea that only talented people become good at English.
But if you listen to real stories, you see a pattern. It's not just talent.
It's more about discipline and routine. The people who grow are not always the smartest in the room. Often they are just the ones who quietly show up again and again.
Maybe they failed exams. Maybe teachers told them, "You're not strong in languages." But they kept a small promise to themselves in the morning.
While others sleep, they listen for 10 minutes. While others scroll, they write 3 sentences.
These are like tiny drops of water, and over time, they can carve a rock.
That's why we say small habits create big futures. Not in 1 week, but in 1 year, in 5 years. They make you almost unstoppable.
And why put all this effort into English? Because English is not only for passing a test.
English is like a key. It opens doors you maybe can't even see clearly yet. Jobs, travel, friendships, content from all over the world.
Maybe for you, it's being able to understand your favorite YouTuber without subtitles. Maybe it's writing a CV, or talking to your child's teacher, or feeling confident in a meeting.
English can give you confidence, that calm feeling of, I can handle this. And that confidence often gives you courage to step into new rooms and new lives.
And morning is a very good time to build that key slowly. The world is quiet, and your future is listening.
So, if we put everything together, the message is simple. Don't throw away your mornings.
They are not just getting ready for work time. They are building your future time.
Listen, speak, write, review, even if each one is small.
And these small actions, when you repeat them, can make your days feel more productive, your mind more refreshed, and your heart more energized.
Productive here doesn't mean you become a machine. It just means at the end of the day, you can smile and say, I did something good for myself.
And refreshed is when your mind feels lighter, not so heavy with guilt. And energized is when you feel a little more ready to face the day.
Your life won't change in 1 morning,
but it will change if you use many mornings in a new way.
And we're really happy to sit with you in those mornings, in your kitchen, on your bus, under your blanket,